Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Casper the Boy Diviner and I wanted to show you guys the PGM tarot today. This was kind of a impulse buy. I was really reading into the PGM, I was really quite into it, reading about it, not the actual book itself, but spells from the book, things I can practice, and this caught my eye, so I went ahead to bet this on Indiegogo. The whole experience was okay. The deck took longer than expected, but that is normal for most campaigns nowadays, considering supply chain stuff, COVID things. So it's supposed to come with this scroll that is like a consecration scroll, but when it arrived for me, it came in a sticky mess, and the scroll itself is, can you hear it? It's crunchy, and I can't really open it. Something happened with the glue or something, so it is not, it's not like great. You see, so some of it has peeled off. I don't know, and I still don't know if I'm gonna start working with this, just because the vibes that, just like that, I just don't feel that inclined. And the art is different from what I expected. It is both simpler and more complicated than I thought. So I would say that this is not really a tarot deck. But anyway, Jason Augustus Newcomb is the one that actually created this. So there is really extra major arcana, so it makes it really complicated to read. Let's just go through the deck. This deck, I have not altered the order, so I don't know if it came in order or not. It didn't feel like it came in order. The book is really long and big, so I believe I need to dive into this before I can really understand how to read the book, how to actually read the tarot, because it feels really complicated, to be honest. So yeah, there's some add-ons. Here is the actual, it seems like here's the actual order. Like Hermes is the fool, Hecate is the magician. But when I got this deck, we start off with Abraxas. So let me just go through the deck to show you guys like a walkthrough. I'm not going to reorder it just because it came this way and I don't know what the actual order is. I have to look at the book and it will take me some time to understand. So let's just go through it. It is a chunky deck, and the card stock is okay. It's middling. I wouldn't say it's great. The art is again, like I mentioned, simpler and more complicated than I thought. Abraxas. See, I don't know what card this is. I have a feeling it's the Ace of Cups, Ace of Discs, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Wands, I believe. And then we go to Agatho, Damon, Aeon, Acaphalos, Amun, Anubis, Aphrodite. So you can see that, it is a simple art. And there's only one color, only black and this brown orange color, Apollo. So I do have a connection with Apollo. I don't know if this is like the best depiction of him. I don't see him holding his instrument casually like that, but Ares or Eris, Artemis, Athena. So I believe when they actually ordered this, it came in alphabetical order. So Best Pentheus, Charon, Demeter. So if you guys have played the game Hades, I feel like that kind of art resonates more with me, more intricacies compared to this Dionysus. And then you see, this is more complicated than I thought. There's a quote. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups here, I believe, and there's a beetle here with words. That's why I feel like this is going to be harder to read than I thought, and it's going to be hard for me to tell you like is this the, I have to count. So this is like the 9 of Swords, I'm guessing, and this is the something of Wands. So again, it becomes very complicated. So I can't really, until I work with it, I can't in good conscience say that this deck is workable. It's definitely not for a casual tarot reader. Like right now, as a tarot practitioner who has had some years of experience reading the tarot, this is not a deck that I can just read off the bat, compared to something like the Botan Tarot or the Curious Travels Tarot deck. I feel like these decks are easier, more accessible. This is not an accessible deck. okay? Which I was hoping it would be Hecate. This is she's a goddess I'm hoping to work with more, just that, you know, my life is so consumed now by relationships, by work. Hermes, Typhon, Hades, Helios, Hephaestus, Heracles, Hera, Hestia, another important goddess to me, Iris, Isis, Callisto. I think this is the star. So you see, I wish the minor arcana was more like this, rather than that pip style with a quote, and I don't know what the thing on top was. Maybe there's some magical intention there from Jason, but I have not read the book, so I really don't know. It's hard. I believe these are the court cards, so they all look pretty much similar. It's the same figure with a different kind of item. So those are probably the kings. These are probably the knights. And then we go to major arcana figures again. Kronos, Mithra, Nephthys. And there's a minor arcana here. Discs, wands, swords. So I'm guessing if you read this more like a oracle, maybe this would work better just by reading this. I just don't know, you know, Osiris, Pan, Persephone. Not sure if Persephone has another figure here. Pyre or Fire, Poseidon. I believe this would be the page or the queen. I believe it's a page just because they are upright. Usually the queen would be sitting down. Prometheus. And then yes, these are the queens. Rhea. So you see, the animals often have like a lack of detail. Serapis, Selene. So I feel like the minor arcana is very complicated, whereas the major arcana is missing a lot of detail I wish was there. Like I made a comparison. I mean, of course, I shouldn't be comparing with Hades, that game, just that the art was really good and it sticks in my head for all the Greek gods and goddesses. So some of the minor arcana here. And this deck wasn't cheap, but I understand that it's by a single creator. I think he went through a lot trying to create this deck, and he had a lot of criticism from his supporters. I didn't, just because I know it's difficult as a person, one person trying to go through all these orders and making these designs. It's not easy. It's just that I guess my expectations were higher than this, or this is not what I expected to get. And if you ask me again, I probably wouldn't, knowing now that I have not worked with the PGM, that I don't have any time to even dedicate to things that I'm interested in, like my tarot, or like my feng shui, and 八字 and all that, I wouldn't have gotten this deck. Thermes. Thoth. Yeah. So if you ask me if I'll get this deck again, I wouldn't. If I knew the minors were like this. I did like the major arcana though. It's just more simple than I thought they'll be. And I'm glad I didn't order any posters. I was very tempted to get his posters because he had larger prints of this. But yeah, I don't like super resonate with the images here. I mean, this is Zeus. So usually I do a sample reading at the end of my walkthroughs, but I'm not going to do one here just because this deck is so different from everything I know. It's going to be really difficult. So I'm just going to keep this, and you can tell even the consecration here, it does say Oracle Consecration. So I'm guessing this deck is meant to be more of an Oracle. So, you know, I'm not really an Oracle reader, even though I try. I'm going to keep this now, and I don't really have anything else to share about this deck. Yeah, so just to let you guys know that I have this deck, how it looks, how it feels. and I can't really review it just because I haven't worked with it yet. And if you resonate with this imagery, yeah, you should go ahead and get it. The cardstock is okay. The box is sturdy. The scroll is a bit difficult, but it could be because I delivered this to Singapore, so it's pretty far from where he is. That could be a reason. Yeah. Anyway, I hope this was useful. I hope this gave you a insight into whether you want to get this deck. Basically, that's all I'm aiming for here, right? With a walkthrough. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.